What can I say about our brother Safri Saab? We used to call him Billu because, that's what his family called him, and ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਿੱਲੂ ਸਾਧਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ. And Azad was the first band Safri joined when he arrived from India in 1980. Got some wonderful memories. We were just teenagers, just enjoying our music, and he loved playing with us, and we did shows all over England with him. And those were simple days. We couldn't even afford a minibus in those days. We used to have a van, and we used to put speakers in the back and cushions on. And Safri used to, play, tash with us. We were playing pubby on the way to the gigs. And he said, even later on when his career developed, he said, those carefree days with you guys were the best of my life. And he's remained a dear friend to Azad, with Azad for a long time now, and we dearly miss him. And what more can I say? I hope he rests in peace.
Balwinder Safri was a brilliant singer, and we did many times shows together. He's not with us anymore. His work, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਗੀਤ ਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਸੀ, any kind of song he used to do 100% perfect ਉਹ ਗੀਤ ਗਾਉਂਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਸੀ. ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਇਹੀ ਕਹੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ was one of the best singer. So obviously we're going to miss him. So ਇਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦਾ.
ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਸੁਖਸ਼ਿੰਦਰ ਪਰਦੇਸੀ, ਔਰ ਬੜੀ ਹੀ ਭਿਆਨਕ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਜੋ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ, ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਫਰੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਡੀਅਰ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਸੀ ਬ੍ਰਦਰ, ਅਤੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੰਨੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਦ ਵਰਲਡ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਵੀ ਸਟਾਰਟਡ ਆਵਰ ਕਰੀਅਰ, ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਕਰੀਅਰ ਟੂਗੈਦਰ, ਅਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਲੋਸ ਆ. ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਹੋਇਆ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਿ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਨੋਟ ਜਸਟ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਕਰਕੇ, ਔਰ ਸੋਸ਼ਲੀ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠਣਾ, ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਨੀਆਂ. ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਸੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੋਸਤ ਅਜ਼ੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜਾ. ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਿਵਾਸ ਦੇਵੀਂ, ਔਰ ਪਾਣਾ ਮੰਨਣ ਦਾ ਬਲ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਪ੍ਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ, ਸਾਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ, ਔਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. ਔਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ.
Pyare dosto, Jinder Jade from Jin and Seethal. Just want to share this such a sad moment today that Badi Safri has passed on. My memories of him are just when we used to meet at programs. Being a younger artist at that time, 25 years ago, he was very, very inspirational to me. And when we went on tour, we had such a laugh, and I'll never forget that. His laughs, and we had so much fun just playing games, this, that, the other. The thing that I loved about Safri Paji was that he wasn't, even though he was a massive, massive superstar, he was such a down-to-earth and humble person. Those are my memories that I will cherish forever. And I just want to say to their family that please stay strong and carry his name really well. And he's going to be missed. As a fellow singer, we listen to his music, and we will still continue listen to him. And to his fans, he's an evergreen artist, and his songs will be evergreen. So Sadabahar artist here. So from Jinder Jade, मैं साਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ.
For me, Balwinder Safri is quite simply the voice of the 90s when it comes to Bhangra music. His style of singing was unique in the sense that he was the complete 360. He could do it all. He could do everything from Punjabi folk to classical. He's the only singer I know that put sweetness into his voice whilst belting it out with full power. Unbelievable artist, he really was. And to have been alongside him as part of the Bhangra music industry has been a blessing. To have seen his rise and, life taking its toll and then coming back again. What an amazing resurrection the career of Balwinder Safri was. To have seen him at his peak in the 90s. I'm telling you, there will never be a moment like seeing 2,000 people at a club night raising their hands in the air all together at the same time when Balwinder Safri starts to hit for Put Sardar on them. Unbelievable. A great loss, and forever we will be hearing his voice when we're on the dance floor, when we're in our cars, and when we're just going for a walk. He's got a song for every mood, every moment, and Balwinder Safri may not be with us, but I'll tell you something, he's going to be in our hearts and our minds and our soul forever. God bless Balwinder Safri.
Safri had a massive, massive personality with the levels of fame that he achieved. He was an absolute phenomenon. What he contributed to the Bhangra world and to our culture worldwide, it's been amazing. And he will be remembered. His legacy will be remembered for years to come. And obviously his songs will be played massively everywhere, as they are now, for generations to come. I will certainly miss him. Heartfelt miss him.
If someone mentions Balwinder Safri, you think of melodies, you think of a powerful voice, you think of fantastic tunes. But what you also will probably not remember and recall is what a fantastic human being he was. Someone who was generous, someone who was hospitable, and someone who understood human behaviour. So not only will we miss actually his brilliant songs, his brilliant voice and his brilliant legacy, but actually we'll miss him as a human being. Rest in peace.
Balwinder Safri
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਦੋਸਤ ਸ਼ਰਧਾਂਜਲੀਆਂ ਦੇਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਏ ਹੋ। ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਇਹ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਿਖੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਉਣ। ਭਾਈ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਸਰੀਲਾ ਉਹ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਹੈ
a superstar or a friend. As I speak as myself and my siblings, are precious because it was just normal everyday life. No stage, no microphone, just simple things like buying groceries or him taking us swimming. We enjoyed trips to the beach and would socialise a lot with the band and their families. Dad was always the life and soul of the party, laughing, joking and doing funny voices whilst telling stories. We were noisy and naughty. We had to quieten down. We would be running around the house, be ringing with people, booking, calling to book programmes. We were just 5 kids stressing out our superstar dad. We knew he was the Bhangra singer of a very popular band. We didn't realise just how medical and fame was. He used to perform at our school recital concerts for free. All the kids and parents would go crazy with excitement. School would beg. Dad would sign them or respond to them. He used to take us to medical appointments or collect us from school or friends' houses in the band to feel like and everyone holds a special with his friends, whether how you need singer. His grand the last few months with our dad were precious, forever cementing our bond as the Safris. With my dad's passion and my mum's gentle soul, we were cut from very special cloth. We want to say a big thank you to those who brought happiness and sincerity to my dad's life. The vessel may no longer walk with us, but the spirit of Safri is eternal. Can you all join me in giving my dad the goodbye that he deserves? Can we all stand and applaud my dad, bowing Safri for the last time?
I can't quite believe I'm standing here today at Safri's funeral. Like so many people here today, Safri meant a lot to me. He always treated me like a daughter, and I would always have the utmost respect for him. When I started out in media, he was one of the first people I got to meet. He was forever living in as being a young girl, and he always was proud of me. That's one of the events. He'd come to sit with my brother and go far away. I was really reluctant on doing this speech today because I'm not great at composing myself in these situations, but he wanted me to do this, so I couldn't let him down. And even that was quite witty at times. Safri was a fighter and he fought till the end. I saw him at his lowest some years ago when he had his stroke, and even though the odds were against him, he rebuilt himself. What many people didn't know back then was that his vocals had completely deteriorated, but he was determined to retrain his voice and keep going, and that he did. Life is full of ups and downs, and he smiled through them all. Even till the end, his infectious smile and wit will stay with us forever, and he will live on through his music and through his memories that he has left with us. I'd like to finish with a little poem. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets, this earth is only one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days or years. Think how he must be wishing that he could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. Think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank everyone from myself and my mum that attended today. My name is Priya. I'm the stepdaughter of Balwinder Safri. He came into our lives 17 years ago. From the time I met him, he brought so much joy and laughter into my life. The jokes and banter we always had was never ending. He touched so many hearts. I was one of a kind, and so many of you knew that. No matter what he went through in life, he never gave up. He will always remain the legend that he was. His music and his legacy will live on forever and ever. Let me tell you a bit about my daddy B behind closed doors. His favourite things to do was cooking. He enjoyed cooking different Indian dishes, watching Love Island, even first dates at Coronation Street. But the funny thing he used to do, he always made us on every single Tuesday that came by. He made us pack our knives, forks, plates and glasses every time because he wanted us to eat in the car from his favourite chippy. even though it was in a supermarket car park. But he wasn't bothered about all the bad looks that we got. To him it was funny. Daddy B loved various English music. His favourite was Boy George, Comma Chameleon. Shaggy Wasn't Me, and Musical Youth, past the Dutchie. He was the best person to vibe with in every chilling situation. He was always that one person I would always count on to take away my sadness and replace it with a smile. Also, how will I ever forget the times when he used to order takeaways? When it was his turn to pay, he would always say, "My budget is only £10." We would actually look at each other and think, what are we meant to buy between the three of us for £10? Honestly, he never failed to make us laugh. He wasn't just my daddy B. He was my best friend. Now who is going to have my spa days at home with me? Who is going to pop on a face mask every other day? And the cucumbers on the ice too. He always treated me like his own. Always like his own daughter. The way he would always place his hand on my head and bless me. Who is going to do this?
गुरु की सुख शांति वास्ते पिछले परिवार चरणदीप और सर्व परिवार वालों गुरु घर विखे श्री सहज पाठ आरंभ करे हैं। एक स्वास्थ्य संस्कार करके गुरु घर विखे जाना है। गुरु घर जा करके पहला जल पानी प्रसादा छकना है। उसके बाद रखे उसी जोड़ना है। गुरुद्वारा से सबसे आई बात इस संसार से जो भी लापन दिख गया ਸਤਨ ਸਮੂਹਿਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਹੁਣ ਸੋਲੇ ਦਾ ਜਾਪ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਰਤੀ ਹੋਏ ਆਖਣਾ ਦੇ ਆਰਤੀ ਅਨਹਤਾ ਸਬਦ ਤੇਰੀ ਰਾਤ ਐਸਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੋਏ ਕੋ ਸਹਿਸ ਬੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਏ ਸਹਿਸ ਬਾਦ ਬਿਮਾਰ ਚਲਤ ਹੋਏ ਸਮਝ ਜੋ ਤਾਸ ਹੋਏ ਤੇ ਜਾਨ ਸਮਝ ਜਾਨ ਹੋਏ ਗੁਰਸਾ ਕੀ ਜੋ ਹੋਏ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਸੋ ਆਰਤੀ ਹੋਏ ਹਰ ਚਰਨ ਅੰਦ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਪੰਥ ਚੋ ਜੀ ਨਮਾਣਿਆ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਦਸਾਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਆਦਿ ਗੱਦੀ ਪਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਵਾਕ ਹੈ ਜਲਸੇ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ ਆਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੇ ਨਾਪੋਂ ਕੇ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਰੋਂ ਕਰੋਂ ਵਰਸਾਏ ਹੋਏ ਭਾਈ ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਫਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਪੰਜ ਭੂਤਿਕ ਦੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਸੰਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ।
Just as the also become one of the biggest Punjabi. It was like a big business Safri movie. We recorded several records, usually playing technologies with very little venues and mostly big themselves. And cheered this element of the Safri fan base was truly overwhelming to witness. So album, best song. In fact, one rated the UK Birmingham. was a very humorous, a funny guy who loved cracking jokes and liked nothing better than having a good old laugh with the boys. He was cool, calm, collected guy. We never saw him lose his temper, and whenever a heated situation did occur, he would never intervene harshly. He would just simply let the situation resolve itself. Anger was not one of his traits. It's difficult to summarise the life of such a star in a few paragraphs. And just in case you are looking down on Spadji, I hope you didn't think this speech was another fine mess. Safri Spadji leaves a rich legacy. His songs have stood the test of time, and they are still popular today. He will remain a household name, just like some of the greats that have gone before him. Safri Spadji was a great singer and was the real deal. He had it all: the voice, the personality and the charm. This handsome man was a musical force of nature and truly made his mark on the world stage. Safri Spadji, we feel saddened as we feel you have left us too soon. But this was God's will, and we must accept him. But you will forever live on in our hearts, and we will cherish every time we share together. You will live on as a true legend through the countless wonderful songs you sang, and this will continue for generations to come. Safri Spadji, you are our Jan, you are our Makna, you are the one who bombed the Dumbi. We pray for your spirit to Balagada there and arrive in the company of the holy. Going to miss you, brother. Waheguru Khalsa, Waheguru Fateh. When you're ready. Okay. Goodbye to Dad now. When you're ready.
So long, old man.
Baji Balwinder Singh Safri was not